If you're anything like me, your background, your past, your working past is scattered, let's say. It's a bit non-conventional. Now you might think that that's a disadvantage because there's this idea that you should spend years and years in the same career, the same industry, or even the same job. Perhaps not so much these days, actually. But I suspect you'd be wrong, because it could well be your absolute advantage, that variety of stuff you've done over the years. So in this video, I want to talk to you about why your boring background may be the only thing that competitors or anybody else can't actually copy. So by the end, you'll know exactly which parts of your past you'll be able to mine for your actual position in gold. So I started self-employment, my journey as a translator, when I was almost 38. Before that, I'd come up a bit short in the competitive exam to be a teacher trainer in France. I'd worked in a number of jobs in the travel industry before that, but I thought I had to hide all that. I lacked credibility in the translation industry because I was just starting, and I just compared myself to everybody. And then kind of later down the line, I kept almost apologising for my lack of kind of unrelated experience, comparing myself to other people on LinkedIn and these perfect bios and perfect profiles. And then a client said to me, that's exactly why we're working with you, because you've lived through all the complexity, all the ups and downs of stuff, but not just studied it. So that's when I realised that all this mess, for want of a better word, was the beginning of an empire. So this is what changed. Careers that stick to the straight and narrow are still pretty common, but not as much as they used to be. My father worked in the same industry for his entire life, but people even of my generation, let alone generations younger than me, just no longer do that. The messy, kind of all over the place careers are just more interesting, because we are the sum of all the things we've done in the past. So if you're stuck in the same career or the same industry all your life, you're probably going to be a little less flexible, perhaps, than if you haven't. Nobody else has your exact combination of experiences. I mean, like I say, we are the sum of all the things. The travel jobs that I did in the past, they helped me build relationships because I was in business travel. They helped me build relationships with other people. Even my not spectacular failure, but my failing to be a teacher taught me loads of things about change and what it is to do different things. I can take it right back to I've got a degree in history, so I can work out what's important, what's not important. I can see trends, and I use that kind of thing to all the time now. And over the last 25, 30 years or so, being a translator, being a copywriter, that teaches you all loads of things about how people communicate. So here's an action step. Map out your career. Every unrelated job that you've gone will give you some kind of perspective. Work out what you were doing at the time, what you learnt, who your mentors were, who your enemies were, stuff like that. Most consultants stop there, but there's something even more powerful about ordinary careers. Increasingly, clients, or the good clients at least, they want guides who have been there, got lost, and then figured it all out as they're working it out as they move along, as I like to call it. Perfect background, perfect CVs, perfect resumes. They create that kind of distance. Imperfect ones create greater connection. that is because people want to connect with you. They want to feel something, So when I talk about the things that I didn't do so well in the past, like my kind of failed teaching, or my imposter syndrome, my thinking that I'll never get all this worked out. Well, I'm not the only one to feel that, and clients have said to me in the past, you get it. You're not going to judge me because I'm kind of like you. So the straight career is just easy to replace. The weird background, well, it's just irreplicable, really. It's something that no one can imitate. So this is what people miss most of the time. There is no such thing as wasted years. There's no period where you didn't learn anything. There's no period where you didn't give value or some kind of value to someone. All you have is just assets you didn't realise you had. But once you connect all those dots, the scattered background, the scattered CV, the scattered resume becomes basically kind of expertise in so many different ways that I would almost guarantee you'd be quite amazed. I've been self-employed for almost 30 years. I've worked with a lot of people and a lot of different businesses, ranging from heavy industry down to solopreneurs. I've picked up an awful lot of stuff over the years, and it's given me the ability to listen and to connect all the dots together. So here's an action step for you. Just try this. Take 3 or any number of unrelated jobs that you've got in your past, and just write down in one sentence what each one of them taught you. Once I stopped hiding, once I realised that I had a story to tell, and I started digging into my background. I wrote a book, but digging into my background for lessons, that was when everything changed. The boost in confidence was incredible. Everything became, this is what I've done and nobody else has done. I don't know any other copywriters that have lived in France and married their teenage girlfriends, for example. Clients finally understood why I was different. So it's the same kind of skills. I've got not necessarily any different skills to anybody else in my industry, but told through a different lens instead of a manufactured, made up story, but told through your unique lens. That is the thing that makes you different. So let's just repeat this. Your non-linear background, your non-linear career path is your competitive advantage. It's the unfair advantage that you're sitting on. So just go back and take a piece of paper and write down all the unrelated jobs and all the things that they taught you, and I will almost guarantee that will give you something kind of quite unique to talk about. So I'm starting on a journey with this YouTube stuff, so I'd love you to come on with me, and I'm going to try and publish 2 videos a week. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Join me on Substack for deeper dives into all this kind of brand storytelling stuff. The link is in the description. And if we want to work together, well, I've got a message clarity blueprint that I'll take you through. It's a 90-minute call where we take your business apart and put it back together again. Again, link in the description. I will see you next time.